Welcome to The Light, a series of monthly microclasses designed to expand your consciousness, embrace shamanic wisdom, unlock the power of magic, and connect deeply with Earth's energy. Led by Bernard Alvarez, a spiritual influencer, certified Reiki master, and dedicated teacher of shamanic, magical, and earth-based practices. These classes offer powerful tools and insights to illuminate your path and empower your true self. Join us as we journey together, exploring ancient traditions and modern techniques to heal, grow, and live authentically. Step into the light.
Welcome, everybody, to another class. Today is our very first class for 2025. And today we are going to be discussing weaving words of protection, how to craft your own powerful protection chants. Chanting is one of my favorite things to do. In case you haven't noticed, I'm always sharing chants that I have written. And I do believe it's really important for us to be able to construct our own. I'll get into why that's so important. But first of all, let me just remind you that the chat room is open. If you would like to say hello and or ask a question during the class, I will be keeping an eye on the chat. If I keep looking over this way, that means I'm looking at the chat. Anyway, I had a pretty nice holiday season. I hope you all did as well. It is now the third week of January in 2025. And what else is new? It's quite an interesting year already. And you know, I have to say it's probably a good idea for us to learn protection chants as the year moves forward. It's good to know them. Anyway, I have news, but I can't think of anything right now. So I'm just going to kind of like leave it to the class and let's focus on today's class. So without further ado, I hope I didn't lose my presentation. No, I did not. Excuse me. Oh, I do have a disclaimer. Between December and January, the software that I use has redone the entire dashboard. I don't know where anything is, and I apologize if I get things a little, funky. I will do my best without studying the new format, but I think we're going to be okay. But just in case, I wanted you to know. Actually, I do have some news. I am excited to share with you that at the end of the month, I am going to be going home to Miami, Fort Lauderdale, South Florida. I'm going to be going to the Seminole Powwow and spend some time with my birth family. As many of you know, during October, the beginning of October, I think I went. I got to meet my sister, my brother, my cousin, and they invited me to come back for the Seminole Powwow, which is supposed to be, it's considered one of the big community events within the tribe. So I'm looking forward to going to the powwow, getting to learn more about my heritage, my culture, and meet some more family members. And I will, of course, be posting about it on all my social media platforms. Anyway, so with that being said, I actually, I got to share this with you because it's really funny. Today was the first time I got called a white boy by another Native American. Someone posted something on my page calling me a white boy because I'm a mixed race person. But I always thought that was only white people that did that. I'm joking. I can't help but think about Cher's show, Cher's song Half Breed. But yep, that's me. I'm a half breed. Anyway, let's get into weaving words of protection and crafting your own personal chants. So let's get started by welcoming you to today's class. I'm very grateful that you are all here to join me for this. It is our first class of 2025, and I am so grateful that you've decided to come and join me. let's talk a little bit about what we're going to be talking about today. We are going to be talking about the concept of protection chants and their significance, the history and origins, and the benefits of them. Uh, per, Protection chants are sacred tools used to create energetic boundaries and safeguard your spirit, your mind, and your body. These are rooted in ancient traditions. They harness the power of intention, sound, and repetition to ward off negativity and strengthen your inner resilience. What I love about them personally is that they are a bridge between the physical and the spiritual realms. And they not only do they give us empowerment, but they help to give us peace. Let me move along here. And yeah, I think that's the slide I was supposed to be using. But anyway, they are rooted in ancient tradition. So let's talk about that for just a second. Chanting for protection has ancient roots. I'm sure you're aware of that if you are one of my regular followers. They are found in spiritual traditions across cultures, from the Vedic mantras of India to the protective incantations of European folk magic. Is basically what I kind of lean more toward folk magic and that style of chant and incantation. So if you follow me, that's where I get my inspiration from. However, indigenous peoples all over the world have used rhythmic chants and sacred songs to call upon ancestors, spirits, or deities for guidance and shielding. These practices were actually passed down through generations, and they highlight the universal human need to use voice and intention as a powerful means of invoking safety and harmony. I really wanted to touch on that because, there is a meme, or I hate to use the word meme, but it is. There is a meme that I use a lot, and I like to share it every so often. Every few months, you'll see me use it. Is that words are powerful. That's why they call it spelling. I know it's a little tongue in cheek, but that is true. Our voice is very, very powerful. When we speak something, we are releasing vibrations through our vocal cords, and the intention behind the words that we speak create ripples in the universe. So I wanted to just highlight that for just a moment. Um, so creating personal chants allows us to infuse our own unique energy. It is a way to allow us to infuse our energy. Oh, this slide. I'm like behind. Yes, found in spiritual traditions across cultures, rhythmic chants and sacred songs were used to call upon ancestors. Universal human need to use voice and intention. Okay, so I guess what I'm about to talk about is the next slide. Yes. Creating a personal protection chant allows you to infuse it with your unique energy and intention. It makes it much more deeply resonant and effective because it is your words, it is your intention, and it is your life experience and your needs that you're weaving into the chant that you're creating. This is also the reality of it is that as you repeat, and the repetitive nature of chanting, it helps to center your mind. It promotes calm. It promotes grounding. And my favorite thing is it strengthens your energetic boundary. That is probably the reason why someone would want to create a protective chant in the first place. So let's go ahead and move on. in order to in order to get into the art of creating your own protective chant, and excuse me, I just want to acknowledge that I'm using protective chants. Let me open my face up here. I'm using protective chants as the example or a template. What I am teaching you today and what we're talking about today can be incorporated to all types of chants, inner peace, healing, um, etc., etc. But protective chants happen to be something that are very popular right now, especially with the way that the world is, kind of a little bit chaotic. But people are asking for protective chants for me, and I figured let's use that as a template. But please know that everything that we're talking about here today, you can apply the template to creating and constructing your own chant in any nature or any form or for any reason, utilizing these steps. So let's talk about the importance of connecting with your own energy. This is why I love creating your own chant. Connecting with your own energy is very essential for understanding your emotional, your mental, and your spiritual needs. When we connect with our energy, we are creating a foundation for balance and for harmony. It allows you, the individual, you, to identify and release external influences. It reclaims your personal power and your authenticity. By tuning into your energy, you develop a deeper sense of self awareness, fostering resilience and alignment with your higher purpose. This is very, very important for all of us to do. I probably missed some slides again. I'm laughing at myself. I'm not good with slides. In case you haven't noticed, I just like to talk and talk. But let's go ahead and I'll just touch on these few things. The importance of connecting with your own energy. It reclaims your personal power and authenticity. And the next slide, of course, is going to talk about how to access your energy. Here we go. So I believe it's really important for us to be able to access our own energy. So why don't we go ahead and do that? And this is an interactive workshop, so let's go ahead and do that. What I'd like you to do is to sit or stand comfortably. Okay, and I'm sure you've done this exercise a dozen times. Unless it's your first time, then maybe this is something new. So I will walk you through it. Let's sit or stand comfortably. And what I'd like you to do is feel where your feet are. Feel your feet, feel them connecting to the earth. And I'd like you to go ahead and visualize roots growing from your feet down into the earth. And connecting you with the core of the earth itself. Okay, and now let's go ahead and using our intention, draw the energy up these roots that have connected us to the earth. Let's draw that energy up into our body. And imagine the energy from those roots filling your body with stability and calm. And as you exhale, I'd like you to intend releasing any tension or negativity into those roots, letting it flow down to the roots, into the earth. And again, with every inhale, imagine drawing the earth's energy up through those roots, filling your body with stability and calm. And again, with every exhale, releasing any tension or negativity, letting it flow down the roots into the earth. And one more time, let's go ahead and inhale deeply, drawing the energy of the earth through those roots, filling your body with stability and calm. And one last deep exhale, releasing all tension, negativity, allowing it to flow down into the roots of the earth. And go ahead and spend a few moments focusing on the steady exchange of energy between you and the earth. Allow yourself to feel grounded, centered, and connected. Deep breath in. And now we're ready to prepare for your chant. But in order to do that, there are some steps that we do want to take. And that is, let me go ahead and pull the slides since I keep missing them. We need to, if we're going to construct a chant, it's important for us to identify our personal needs and our desires. All right. So let's take a look at what makes you feel safe, empowered, and supported. You know, self-reflection is a way for us to uncover our unique needs and desires for protection. What are we protecting ourselves from? Why do we need it? Self-reflection is giving us an invitation to explore what makes us feel safe, empowered, and supported. So let's take time to notice the situations, people, or energies that leave you feeling vulnerable, drained. And let's ask ourselves what boundaries or safeguards are going to bring us balance. And I'd like you to follow along and think about that. You know, by tuning into your inner wisdom, you're going to be able to craft personalized tools and practices that are going to honor your individual journey and strengthen your sense of security. This is not about reading something from a book. You know how I am about that. I am all about individualizing it, personalizing it. And yes, while I do always teach to learn the foundation, in order for you to be able to personalize it, when it comes to chanting, it's very important for it to work that you're chanting something that comes from you, from your life, from your needs, and the things that are meaningful to you. And here we are crafting our own chant. Are we ready to craft our own chant? I think we are. Um, what we need to do is we need to build a framework for our protection chant. Okay, and that's what we're going to do. So, in order to build a protection chant, we need to start by identifying our intention whether it's to shield against negativity, whether it's to strengthen your energy, or to invite divine guardianship. When we do create our chant, once we've identified our intention, we want to be able to choose powerful meaning words or phrases that resonate with us, incorporating the imagery and symbols that invoke strength and safety. And I'm going to repeat that. We want to incorporate imagery or symbols that evoke strength and safety. Chanting is not only about the words. Let me pop on here so you can see me more. It's not just about the words, it's about what we are feeling and what we are seeing in our mind's eye. Um, One of my protection chants that I do is to kind of rise. I see myself rising above a situation. I I don't want to give away too much because it's my chant, but let's just say that I rise above a situation, I look down upon it and see what is in my best interest for the good of everyone involved. Again, harm none, do what you will. Don't ever forget that. But imagery is a part of chanting. Saying the words is just saying words. Saying words with feeling will empower those words. Saying words with feeling and imagery that really tap into your core are going to make the difference. It's amazing what can happen. So, well, that's kind of what the slide says. We want to choose meaningful and powerful words that resonate deeply with us. We want to incorporate imagery and symbols that evoke strength and safety. And then finally, we want to structure the chant with a rhythmic repetition, ensuring it's simple enough for us to remember, easy enough for us to be able to vocalize it, and to allow the energy to to flow seamlessly. So, are you getting ready? Are you thinking about your chant? Because you're going to create one. And I think this is the time when we are going to create that. All right. So when you're building your chant, we want to choose words that are powerful words or phrases. So, for example, the word shield, excellent word. Light, guardian, circle, um, I don't know, whatever word comes to you, whatever evokes the feeling of strength or safety. Um, I like to use words like I am surrounded by divine light. I like to use the words that kind of say no harm shall enter the space. Things that are that carry a very strong personal intention. Also, when it comes to imagery, I like it to have imagery that kind of resonates with. Oh well, for example, I posted a chant on fire yesterday. For those of you that were watching, to use fire to help release the fear that's within you. And that imagery, of course, yeah, was created with AI, but I'm the one that did the prompt. I wanted to see that fire swirling so that when I was doing that fire chant, I could see fire swirling and dissolving the fear that I was feeling, or yeah, seeing the fear that I was feeling. That could be for any type of chant. Use imagery like, oh, I don't know, wings of fire shield my soul, is a good one. Or, roots of the earth hold me steady. That's a great one. Anyway, so I believe that it's important that we also keep it simple. I think we've kind of clarified that the formula is to connect with yourself, connect with what you're feeling, connect with what works for you. Oh, here we go. Those are the words I was talking about. Connecting with words and connecting with your intention, then connecting with words that make you feel strong, and then maybe perhaps utilizing words that invoke symbols that kind of make you feel strong and connected. So let's move on to intention and personal meaning in the chant. And by the way, by the end of this, you are not even by the end, like in the next few minutes, we are going to have you create your chant. So let's look at this. The power lies in the intention behind it. What happens is the words that hold personal meaning are going to resonate more deeply with your spirit. You want to be able to align the chant with your unique emotions and desires. So let's go ahead and let's start working about that. Again, we're formulating a personal protection chant. Think about it. And we're off. Here we go. What I'd like you to do now is focus on what you truly desire to manifest. Again, we're using the template of protection. You don't have to, but perhaps if you're just starting off and I'm giving you all the little training wheels for it, I would like you to go ahead and do a protection chant and focus on what you truly desire to manifest. Is there do you have a stalker? Do you have an ex-girlfriend that's mad at you? An ex-boyfriend that's mad at you? Do you have family members that drain your energy? Do you have a boss that drains your energy? Are there neighbors that drain your energy? What is it that you're trying to manifest? What is your intention? And I'm going to pause and give you just a moment in between. Okay, so I'm guessing you kind of figured out what your intention is that you want to manifest. All righty, so now let's move on to personal symbolism. So the formula is you understand your intention. What imagery or what symbolism will resonate with you with this particular, with your journey, but with this particular chant? Um, for me, a great protection symbol is a clear sphere of light surrounding me. I use that on all my Sabbats, so it's one that I utilize regularly. I've used pentagrams, the sign of the pentagram in my chant. If you are a Buddhist, you can utilize Buddha. If you're a Christian, you can utilize a cross. If you're Muslim, you can utilize the symbols that come out of the Quran. If you're into Reiki, you can use you can use chakra, which is kind of like good for everything. But think of an image or symbol that resonates deeply with your journey. It could be an animal, a mythological figure, a god or a goddess. It could be anything. Okay, so what I'd like you to do now is construct your intention utilizing that symbolism. I used a phoenix earlier today, so I'm gonna say phoenix of rebirth, guard me from my old shortcomings, allow me to be reborn, and protect me from past misgivings. Okay. I'm just kind of making it up as I go along. I'm just trying to give you an example, but think about that. I won't remember because I didn't write it down, but I hope you'll write it down. And of course, you can always come back and redo this class again. We want it to be a little bit rhythmic and repetitious and create a charm that flows naturally and effortlessly. Mine did not flow effortlessly. Let me kind of redo mine again. Phoenix of light, protect me from the old, grant me new, and make me strong. There we go. Phoenix of light, protect me from the old, grant me new, and make me strong. I love that. Very rhythmic. And I don't know if you're following along. And if you are, I would like you to go ahead and test your chant aloud right now. Speak your chant and feel its true power. I'm going to speak mine. Phoenix of light, protect me from the old, make me new, and give me strength. I feel it. Do you feel your chant? Alrighty. Let's go ahead and move on. So, you've created a chant, or at least now you know how to create a protective chant, or any kind of chant for that matter. It's important to practice your chant regularly. One of my my pet peeve for me is that as a spiritual teacher, I get very frustrated when my students do not practice. One of my old chants is to practice witchcraft, you have to practice witchcraft. To practice chanting, you have to practice chanting. There is an advanced version of this workshop that I may offer in the future. This is kind of like the basics, but it is important to practice. It's important to get it into your habit in your day-to-day life. And the reason why is that you will become much more familiar with the energy, with the feeling. It'll make it easier for you to align with the power and the energy of that particular chant. The idea for all of this, and I go back, this goes to everything that I teach because it's the way that I was taught. We practice and practice and practice because at any given moment, we have the ability to recall its power and bring it to the moment immediately. I can call upon a particular chant, a particular god or goddess that I'm familiar with. I can call upon a particular symbol that I've been working with, or a sigil or whatever it is, because I practice it, practice it, practice it. We practice it so that we can instantaneously reconnect with the energy of it. You're going to practice the chant over and over and over and over again for a little while. And then that way, when you need it, you just need to say it once, or, say it in your mind once. Let's talk about the best time to practice your chant. I go on and on about practice, but what is the best time for you to practice your chant? I believe that, well, for me, I practice in the morning. I like to practice before my brain wakes up. I like to practice in the morning when I'm having my coffee. I do my little morning routine. I sit there in the quiet, or I will listen to probably like Lorena McKinnon or some kind of shamanic drumming or something like that. And it gives me even just that 5 or 10 minutes of either repeating it aloud, which, by the way, I do believe that the vibration of our choice and of our voice does release it out better. I'll usually say it aloud once, and then I will keep feeding the reverberations of my voice by repeating it over in my mind and just constantly feeding the release of that particular chant that I'm using. With that said, late night is also good. When the world is still and the mind is calm is always the best time to practice. A sacred space is great. I mean, if you have an altar or you have a place where you're comfortable in nature, this does enhance the energy of your chant. It will create a deeper connection. As well, chanting during a ritual or a ceremony or something like that. Of course it is. Of course it is. And here's all the slides I should have been showing you right now. God, I'm really bad at this. All this time and energy on slides, and I never remember them. Anyway, I love this one. Time and place for chanting. When the world is still and the mind is calm, your altar, nature settings during ritual or meditation amplifies their power. And my favorite chair. My favorite chair where I'm relaxed and I'm calm. So there are tools that you can use to amplify the chant's energy. You can visualize a sphere of light surrounding you. That's a great way of doing it. Basically, what that does, it's just like ritual. We're encapsulating the energy within the sphere of light. Um, and then you can dissolve the sphere of light and then release it. Another way of utilizing a sphere of light around you is to let that be your protective shield. It's a great way of quote unquote shielding that we all talk about. When you are chanting, if you focus on the sound waves and you can visualize them permeating, again, I like the sphere of light thing because that's what I do. That's why I'm sharing it with you. You can see the sound waves like filling the border or the aura of of the bubble that you're creating around you, and see it strengthening it. Focus on the sound waves, on the vibrations and the tones of the words that you're saying, just strengthening the shield that's around you. And then, of course, and this goes with everything, is direct your intention with each word. Uh, Allow it to radiate outward with every single breath you take. See that word just spreading across the land. I see it. Unfortunately, I'm a child of the '80s, so this is kind of like the visual that I use, but I kind of see it like I don't know if you all ever seen the film The Day After, where like a nuclear bomb hits, but you see like the wave of energy leaving the bomb. It's like that's what I see when I'm doing these chants or when I'm doing magic. I see it, it's just like reverberation, just going outward and feeling the land or feeling the world around me, feeling my community, feeling my home, whatever it is. But it's always very helpful to direct your intention with each word and allow it to radiate outward. It's very, very helpful. So how do we, well, I like this word, integration. Personal protection chants are powerful. Yes, they are. I'd like you to go ahead and experiment and personalize your chants. uh, you now have the tools. I've given you the ability to create your own powerful and effective protection chant. I'm sure many of you will have already known how to do it to an extent. Hopefully, some of my tips and tricks are going to be helpful, but I invite you to integrate it into your practice and into your lives. Personal protection chants are very powerful. They will keep negative influences at bay. These are some of the benefits that allow you to stand firm in your space. And my favorite is they allow you peace and resilience in all situations. There's this meme concept, whatever you want to call it, that's going around, that has been going around, that we are in the eye of the storm. And I don't know how many of you have ever done that visualization of being in the center of a tornado going on around you, and you're just calm right in the middle, and it's all just happening around you because you are protected, because you have focused on creating that for yourself. So there are very great ways to use this. Experiment and personalize your chant. I love this. Allow your intuition to guide your words. Align it with your unique needs and intentions. And by all means, adjust it. Allow them to evolve. And please, please, please infuse it with your own spirit. There's no wrong way to infuse it with your own spirit. I go back to the beginning and saying that I'm offering this because I want you to utilize the way to create your own chants. One of my pet peeves is when people chant in different languages that they don't know what the words mean. There was I'm not going to call somebody out, but I am going to call somebody out. There is a very famous pagan book out there. I'll just leave it out there. And there are chants with like these mystical words that are no language that anyone has ever heard of. And after many years of research and whatnot, I and many others have realized that there's no such thing as this language. It just kind of made it up to make it sound all, oh, la, 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 la. Don't repeat words you don't mean. Don't repeat, don't do chants and languages unless you know for a fact what the words mean. Um, I used to do the when I was young, and when I was doing this in the very beginning, I used to do the "Om Mani Padme Hum," the "I am compassion," la la la, la, the chant of compassion. I still don't know the words, what they exactly mean. I can probably look them up right now. But there came a point where I was like, it feels nonsensical to me. I don't know the words. I don't relate to the words. I don't align with the words. The same thing would go for me as a Native American. I don't speak Native American languages. Why am I going to, just because I'm Native American doesn't mean I'm going to utilize, I don't know, Seminole, Miccosukee Creek, which what I am, language if I don't understand the language. Maybe once someone in my family will teach me a little bit, and I will be able to craft a chant utilizing that language. But utilize a language that works for you. If you speak Spanish, do it in Spanish. If you speak English, do it in English. If you speak Creole, if you speak Dutch, whatever it is, it doesn't need to be in Latin or in I don't know, Sumerian or Aramaic. Unless you know the words, they're not going to have a meaning. They're not going to resonate with you. And by the way, back in the 90s, I had a rule with my coven. I was like, Do not be invoking things in languages that you don't know, because I do not want you invoking things into my circle unless you know what it is. And the same thing goes with chanting. If you speak broken English and you like broken English, use broken English. If you speak great English, use great English. The only thing that's important is that the power of the words resonate with your spirit, that the intention behind it resonates with your spirit. You have the ability to create a chant right now. Now, you go back and rewatch this. I know it's a little confusing with the slides. I apologize. But go back and see it all. Follow the steps, follow your intention, do what you got to do. And you're going to do great. I know you will. I know you will. As a matter of fact, I rewrote this for you. I have full confidence in your ability to craft a powerful protection chant that reflects your energy and your intention. Trust in creativity and your inner wisdom, knowing that the chant that you create will hold the strength that you need. With practice and focus, your chant will become a solid foundation for your personal protection and empowerment. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let me go ahead. I didn't have a chance to go. As you can tell, I kind of lost the order of the slides, so I didn't have a chance to look at the chat. So let me look at that. Let me go ahead and say hello to Dario. You're very welcome on YouTube. Pyro PK, hi. Hi again. Good. Protection crystal for energy and moving to a different, more comfortable place. Very good. Thank you, Julie, for saying I'm doing great. She's on Facebook. And thank you. You've been instrumental. I hope so. So everybody, I wish you the best in practicing that. Go ahead when we get off today, when we get off of this, just create a simple like 2-line chant. I don't know, power of the sun, burn away all negativity. I am safe in this life, and cherish positivity. Boom, there. See, I created a chant. And I had the image of the sun. You can do it. You can do it. Go back and think about what are the things that matter to you. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. I've got another meeting after this, as usual. But what I do want to say is that hello. I'm trying to find my camera so I can look at you, or you can look at me at least. I do have, I don't know if you all saw this, but there is a new, I've never heard of this, so maybe I'm the first one doing it. I'm doing a shorts podcast, a 1-minute podcast. I'm doing it every week. It's on Thursday, and it's called Through My Eyes. What it is I am digging back. All right, so this is how it started. I'm going to share a little personal journey with you, like 2 minutes. Give me 1 minute to share with you. I've been asked over and over again by people who know me personally, people online that maybe never met me personally, that you've got these great stories. You need to put them down. You need to share them with everybody. Everything from spiritual stuff to paranormal stuff to crazy South Beach nightclub partying with celebrity stuff. Like I was a wild child, I admit it, but I think that's kind of normal for many of us in the magical world. But so that's what this podcast is about. It's called Through My Eyes. I forgot the tagline, something like wild and unfiltered mysteries or something like that. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Anyway, I started putting it out a couple weeks ago. There's only like 2 episodes out, or 2 shorts out right now. But take a look at it. They're on Facebook and they are on YouTube. I don't think I'm posting them to Instagram. I will say that my YouTube, what do they call that? Subscribers, or I like to call them supporting members. do get them like a week early, actually on Facebook too. So my supporting members get them like a week or two early, and then I release them to the general public. So if you want like a sneak peek, you'll get that, as well as when the series is over. I think there's about 10 or 12 episodes or 12 minutes that I'm going to create just one long video, and that will be for members only. However, it is open to the public for free. Go ahead and check it out. It's called Through My Eyes. This is only the first quote unquote chapter of it, where I'm going through what it was like growing up in Miami. You know, I was adopted by a Cuban family. My mother's family was very involved in Santeria and all I learned about that. You know, connecting with my Celtic roots, connecting with my Native American roots, my shamanic vision quest, experiences I had doing house exorcisms, for lack of a better term, which is kind of what they were. I don't like to use the word exorcism, but I like to use cleansing or rebalancing. But the things that I saw. So you'll be seeing that in the coming weeks. Again, there are some episodes out already if you go to my shorts or my reels on Facebook. And then next month, we do have the next episode of Shadow. I've kind of changed the format a little bit. I'm kind of dealing with the short attention span audience with that now. I've decided the classes are going to be the only things that are longer than 5 or 10 minutes. So we have shortened the Shadow episodes. And the next one is on, what's it on? No, it's not projection. I can't remember, but it's really good. I was really surprised of the quality and how it came out. Anyway, check that out. That will stream live on February 4th. Anyway, I love you, my friends. Please continue supporting me with your likes and your shares and your stars. Someone sent me stars today. I love when they do that on Facebook. That's really cute. And or consider becoming a supporting member for $4.95 a month and get some early access to stuff. I do have another class coming out in that, actually. The supporting members, excuse me, the supporting members only they're going to be getting the, it was a class I did during COVID. The Awakening Code. I don't know. Everyone was using the code back then. So, excuse me, I did a 5-hour class called the Awakening Code, and it deals with shamanic soul retrieval, Reiki. It deals with past life regression, all of this, and you get to go through each of those. So I will guide you through soul retrieval. I will guide you through past life. I will guide you through a Reiki session. So you will be able to experience all of that. And again, that will be for supporting members only. And that will be coming out in the summer sometime. But anyway, this has been, I hope you enjoyed the class as much as I just love connecting with you and sharing my experiences with you. And I'll see you next time. I love you, friends. Thank you for being a part of my journey. It means the world to me. I love you. Have a great night and a great week. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for watching, my friends. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. And if you'd like to unlock some amazing exclusive perks like special classes, meditations, courses, and more, consider becoming a supporting member of my channel. Just click subscribe on Facebook or join on YouTube. I love you, friends, and I'll see you next time.